Welcome back, everybody, to Rulebook Rundown. I am CloudArt, joined, as always, by Blunderbutt here, and we are going, once again, into X-Men Marvel United. This time we are going against Mystique, and as per this game, Blunder is in the driver's seat, so we are viewing his setup here.
Fasten your belts.
I am just matching his stuff so we can still play together, because physical games are where it's at. With Mystique, she has a special thing with the Senator Kelly token that we're going to be having to drag around and prevent damage from. So he can be attacked by things, and we have to not let that happen, because if he takes any damage, we lose the game. No good.
Oh bueno.
Alright, so let's set up some locations.
Alright, here we go. Spot number 1 is Xavier Institute. Spot number 2, Sentinel Space Station. Location 3, Weapon X. 4, Genosha makes its appearance. 5 is Asteroid M. At least, Muir Island.
No hangar bay. That's a bummer.
Hangar bay and no X-Jet.
Alright.
These tokens away when I need them. Silly blunt.
Okay. So we got some threats. Some threats to come out at each of these locations.
Here we go. They are shuffled. Hopefully they're not like Sabretooth. Yeah, Sabretooth. Here we go. Location number 1 is hiding in plain sight. As long as this threat is in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead, if present. Okay. Next one. Toad is in this game. He's got a BAM effect. If possible, move Toad to the next clockwise location with no threat. Then deal 1 damage to 1 hero to Toad's location.
So he has health based on the number of players, plus 2. So Toad is coming in with 4 health. He is as strong as Mystique. Or maybe Mystique is as strong as Toad.
Where do we get how do we tell which spot he's in? Gotta move Toad. We don't have like a Toad mini.
No, it's the card.
Just move the card?
Yeah. If to the next clockwise location with no threat. So if we've cleared another location, he moves himself to that spot.
Gotcha. Okay. Location 3, Weapon X. Pyro. Oh man. BAM effect. He also has 4 health. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location.
Jeez.
Genosha gets hiding in plain sight. As long as this threat is in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clock. See that? Kind of neat. Alright. Asteroid M gets Avalanche. BAM effect, discard 1 civilian from this and each adjacent location. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that have no civilian. And Muir Island gets Destiny. If Mystique lands on this location, is how I read that. Sorry, we're missing health here. Avalanche gets 4, Destiny gets 2.
3.
3. 3?
Number of players plus 1.
And 4 down to our boy Avalanche. Destiny's effect is if the Mystique lands there, move Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise. Heroes can prevent this by drawing another master plan card and adding it face down in the story.
Oof.
Okay. I'm scared.
Alright. And Mystique has 4 health herself, too.
Sure.
Okay, so this is our first one in the X-Men box that has henchmen. Sabretooth and Juggernaut did not have henchmen. So they are another option for us to spend fists on, which is good because last time we kind of ran out of things, so neat. Alright, I will roll our Rubik's Cube of location finding to see where the enemy starts. The official name. Gonna write it on it. Red. That's 4. So she is hiding in plain sight in Genosha. And we have invited Senator Kelly over to the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning. We're telling him about the wonders of our school and how we can teach young mutants to control their powers. And then he's going to be like, nah, I don't like mutants.
No, you got
Senator Kelly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She has to go first. Forgot.
Draw on to 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I'll read them after we go.
I don't need to shuffle her deck.
Shuffle her one more time, just for good sake, good measure. Get these hard cards out of the way. Oh, I gotta populate the board. My bad.
Alright, while you're doing that, I'll read the special rules for Senator Kelly.
Sure.
He is affected by anything that affects heroes. Heroes can take him with them when moving. A hero in his location can take any damage that would be dealt to him. When a hero is KO'd, Mystique doesn't activate her BAM. Instead, move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise, draw another Master Plan card, and add it face down to the storyline. And if she ever has to draw a card and can't, then we lose. So her BAM effect is to deal 2 damage to one hero in Mystique's location, so it doesn't deal damage to everything, so we don't have to do extra damage from Senator Kelly. So that's good.
Yep. Sure. Alright.
But anyway.
Alright, I dealt my card. She's going to go first. Mystique is going to move 3.
Of course she is.
So 1, 2, 3, right on us. She's not going to BAM, which is key.
That is true.
But I'm going to add some stuff here. So she's going to add a thug and a civilian. Her location.
In both adjacent locations. Wow, we filled up this whole top half already. Yikes.
And over here. Okay. That's it. That's her turn.
Okay. I would be pretty cool with going first.
Yeah.
If that's right. I will play a double heroic action.
Double heroic. Beast. Mr. Hank.
Do you have any heroic actions in your hand?
I have a double wild and a wild.
Because if we end up clearing this event on your turn, then actually the hiding in plain sight, we would have to clear both of them for that effect to not happen. And I feel like we're probably going to be beating up the henchmen just for like staying alive's sakes anyway. So I think that's not going to matter as much, and we can just rescue 2 civilians from here. Oh, I didn't draw. Hang on. Okay, same thing.
Same thing. Okay, so we rescue 2.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think not clearing threat's going to keep Toad right where he is.
Correct.
This is bouncing around the board. Alright.
Unfortunately, when the hero bams, then all of the henchmen will bam as well, moving clockwise from her location, so that's not so great. So if we end up staying here, when Toad bams, he will deal 1 damage on his location, which doesn't matter. Destiny doesn't matter. It's Pyro that we need to look out for for adjacent locations, and then avalanche at adjacent locations if they don't have civilians. Okay.
I think pyro is kind of a main threat there.
Yeah.
Okay. Draw a card. Ooh. You ready for this one? Here's this card. Mind Alteration. Turn up to 2 thugs at your locations into civilians. I got the other one too. Genius Intelligence. This turn, you may treat punches as a wild.
Interesting.
So we have Heroic. What if I do Mind Altercation? Be a move, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would move the space station. I would turn these thugs into civilians and then save 2 of them.
Yeah.
It saves me from using my wilds. And my Genius Intelligence, this turn you may treat punches as wild. Would really
that would be
until you play a wild, then
yeah, or punches, yeah.
Or punches, yeah. So
would you rather go to the space station? Oh yeah, because that
or it's either space station or Mirror Island, one of the two.
Yeah.
But I think converting these ones.
I mean, the biggest downside is then you're in a space with Toad versus in the space with Destiny that doesn't hurt you.
Well, I can play a single wild if you'd benefit off it then.
I mean, the move would be fine. You could turn the 2 thugs here into civilians and then move to Mirror Island and save the 2 civilians. Then you would still, though, take a damage from Avalanche if he bams, because there wouldn't be any civilians there. I don't know. I don't know the right play in this situation. It might be just risk Toad and clear that, because then that lowers chances of overflow also.
That's kind of what I was thinking originally, because it's only 3 spots versus...
Yeah.
I mean, they're both 3, but I'm going to just stick to what we thought. So
yeah.
I'm going to move 1 to Sentinel Space Station, turning these guys into civilians, and then using the Heroic to save 2 civilians. So they'll just go on to the Rescue Civilians board versus Defeat Thugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is my go.
So this is the example for the person in your chat of just overthinking the stuff. Like, it's not that complex. Let's just move. All right, I have, similar to you, I have Genius Intelligence. This turn you can treat heroic actions as wilds.
Draw a card.
Yeah, that was my card draw. So that's a move there. All right. So how about I use my double wild, then I will move and take Senator Kelly with me to Mirror Island, and then I will punch Destiny twice, so she's down to 1 health. Because I feel like rescuing civilians and clearing threats are going to be the thing that we probably end up doing.
Sure. All right.
And that's my turn.
Mystique's up. Here we go. Oh, move 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, Genosha. We got a BAM effect. I'd assume it goes in order, so it'd be Mystique first and then Henchman?
Yes. And it goes clockwise from her location. So she deals 2 to a hero in her location, which is nothing. Avalanche will discard a civilian from this and each adjacent location. They're discarded, not overflowed, so that's kind of okay.
3 civilians gone.
And then he will deal deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that had no. Oh, that had no, not have no. Okay. So they have to start with no civilians, and then he will deal the damage to them. Okay. Not too bad. Destiny doesn't trigger because she doesn't have a BAM effect. Toad moves to the next clockwise location with no threat, which is none, and then he deals 1 damage to 1 hero in Toad's location, which is you.
That's me.
And then Pyro will deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location, which is also you. So you take 2 damage off this attack.
Okay. I'll get rid of these 2, keeping my double wild.
Okay. Then she does her Metamorph to add a civilian in each location with no civilians, which is just Asteroid M. Until the next villain turn, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead if present. Okay.
My Weapon X doesn't have a civilian.
Sorry, not Weapon X, Asteroid M. Oh, wait. Why does your Weapon X not have a... Oh, because I flipped it over. It should be 2 thugs. Yep. Good looking out. So that's each of them. So that gets a civilian as well.
And then she gets a hiding in plain sight effect.
Yes. From her card.
The next turn. Yep.
Cool.
Which is fine, because we can't hit her anyways.
Yep.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Is...
Your turn.
Go.
You got a double wild on board.
Double wild. Let's make use of that here. I drew into a move and a punch, and I have a double wild.
And you will get to go twice this round.
Drew. I could take out Toad. Good.
Or do you take out Pyro instead?
I think Pyro's more dangerous.
Yeah, I would agree.
So let's use our move punch.
Okay.
We're gonna move to Weapon X and then punch Pyro 3 times. And then that is my turn.
Okay. I will draw. Regenerating factor. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. Neat. Okay, I'm here. I want at least 1 punch, and preferably, which there's a punch on there. There's a movement on there. So I want a heroic action. My heroic action card, though, makes heroic actions wild. So I think I will use a single wild card.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the punch to punch Destiny and defeat her.
Oh.
So that clears 1 threat. Wrong flipping place again. Then that was the punch. I will use the wild as a heroic action to rescue the civilian here on Muir Island. Then I'm going to move and bring Senator Kelly with onto Asteroid M. We're going for hits.
Alright.
You're up.
Draw a card. We got a wild telepathy. Choose another hero. They can swap any number of cards from their hand with the ones in the storyline.
Oh my goodness.
That has to be your cards.
I have
So like if
I have
you
good
wanted- like if you
I have real good cards in hand though. Like the so I would not need that right now.
Okay.
Unless that's the card that you need to use.
Otherwise it's double wild, which in this case I'm gonna kill Pyro. And then move and maybe punch Toad. Or I double wild. Sorry, double wild. I'm playing off your wild.
It's 3. Could be 1 punch. Maybe rescue a civilian.
They clear off a board or something.
And the Weapon X ability you won't want to use probably. So then you could move up to Toad because you're actually safe from Toad right now, being on his location.
Oh yeah, if he bans, he moves.
Yep, he moves first before hitting.
All right, so we're gonna use your wild to move up to Sentinel Space Station, and then we're gonna not use telepathy until you're ready for it.
Before that, what are you playing?
Right. Sorry, my double wild.
Okay, so before you move, what were you wanting to do?
We're killing Pyro.
Kill Pyro. Okay, so that's one wild, is defeating Pyro.
And then we moved.
Yep.
That's another wild. And then we punch Toad. Or do I rescue? No, we don't want Senator Kelly to get hit. Overflow hit Senator.
So maybe before leaving Weapon X, you rescue the civilian that's there.
I don't have a civilian on Weapon X.
Mystique's Metamorph added a civilian to each location with no civilian. So it should have added one to there.
Gotcha.
Yep. So if that one's saved, then it still has the 2 open spots for most of the cards.
For sure. Okay, so we'll save that. Then we'll move to Sentinel, and then that's the turn.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3. All right, perfect.
Then it's Mystique's turn.
Okay.
Here we go. Huh. Master Assassination. Ooh, to Senator Kelly's location.
Okay.
And then bam.
So she moves next to me and bams. All right. So that's 2 damage. I'm going to drop these 2 cards in this order. Then Avalanche Bams to discard from this location and adjacent. Deal a damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that had no civilians. So only Muir Island would have been hit from that, not these. So
basically the civilians are taking the hits for us.
Yes.
And if they're not there, we get hit.
That's right. Then Toad will move clockwise to Weapon X facility, and then he will attack there, not attacking you. Neat.
He's on Weapon X.
Yep.
We're good.
All right.
I don't think I missed anything, right? Her
Nope.
bam is just deal 2 damage. Okay. And
so
then it's...
I draw a card.
Yep. We're in double wild here.
Okay. I'm going to use my regenerating factor card. I may draw until I have 3 cards in hand, so that lets me draw 2 cards.
The punch or the heroic?
With the punch.
The punch.
Okay. Bummer. Gonna take one from Avalanche, probably. So, I will use your 2 wild as punches, and my punch to take 3 damage off of Avalanche.
1, 2, 3.
And, you know what? I think I'm just gonna stay here. Because moving off doesn't benefit in the immediate, because I would still take damage from Avalanche, even if I'm in the other place. And I'd rather be here to just punch him in the mouth on the next turn. Oh, actually, I get a turn before he goes.
You do.
So, yeah. Let's do that.
Draw a card. We're going into... We're moving a punch. We drew in the leadership. Give 2 heroic tokens from the pool to you. Another hero. And I gain a heroic on my turn. Sorry, not gain. We use it.
Oh, one of
So we gotta...
one of the threats from when we defeated Pyro go up to the top.
That's right, this one.
The skull marker, yeah. And then since Toad is moving around, it pulls his threat token with him.
Oh, that makes sense too.
Yeah. Okay, carry on.
Alright, so we got a move and a punch. if we move down, telepathy, they choose another hero, which is you. They can swap any number. Oh, it's you. Okay. That's you. That's a wild, but we don't want to use that yet. Leadership, I can give you 2 heroics, and that gives me a heroic. Which would just... It's going to be a boring turn.
Yeah, that wouldn't help as much. I would be okay now that I've been hit and drawn more cards. I would be okay with swapping out 4 things. If you wanted to do that telepathy.
So then I would move Punch, Wild. Could hit Toad. 2.
You'd still be safe from Toad's damage if you moved on to his spot.
Let's do that. So I'm going to use your move.
All right. So you're doing the telepathy, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can swap any number of your cards from your hand with the cards in the storyline.
I'm going to swap all 3. The one that I'm swapping right before you with that move punch is going to be with a basic move punch that has no special ability. So you still keep the things.
Wait, hold on here. What am I missing? Which one are you grabbing from the storyline?
The one right before you, the regenerating factor.
Yep. That comes out.
And replacing it with the same exact thing, but without regenerating factor.
Move punch for a move. Okay.
And then I'm going to take back my double wild and single wild and replace them with a single heroic action and my genius intelligence that turns heroic actions into wilds.
This one. What was the other one? Single heroic?
Yep.
Yeah. There's our storyline. We punch wild. Cards go back in your deck. And then did my move punch, right? Toad's down to 2 health.
Move punch. Toad's at 2. Okay.
And that is my go.
Alright. I will draw my 4th card. I've got a wild. That can be a punch. What do we got here? I can deal 1 damage to a... Ooh. If I end my turn here, I can deal damage to a thug or a henchman in any location. Okay. I'm going to use the single basic wild. And then I'm going to use 1 wild to defeat Avalanche.
Go.
And then use the other wild to defeat the thug on this space. And then I end my turn in Asteroid M to deal 1 damage to a thug or henchman in any location. I will deal a damage to Toad.
Okay.
So he is down to 1.
And Mystique is up.
And now it's Mystique's turn.
Here we go. Wait. She's going to move 1 to the right. We got our band effects.
Oh, that means I get hit by Toad. Bummer.
Yep. So she deals 2 damage to 1 hero in her location. There's no one there. Toad's going to ban. She's going to move on to you. And then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in that location.
Okay.
It's you.
I will choose to take the damage instead of Senator Kelly. I should probably discard from my hand, not from your deck. This one. That's going to the bottom.
And then she's going to add 2 civilians to her location. And
Perfect.
then 1 adjacent.
Perfect.
Works out. And then it is my go. Starting off with a card draw and a wild, huh? Okay, we got a wild. We drew into our genius intelligence, turning our heroics into wilds. We play leadership, which unfortunately is just, man, these cards are just not what we want right now.
Okay. You said you have. Do you have the leadership with heroic actions?
Yes.
If you did that and gave me the 2 tokens, you could use my wild as a move to move up to the Sentinel space station and say rescue that civilian. Then on my turn, with those 2 heroic actions, I could do a basic move up to mirror and use those to get to clear the civilians, and I have a punch to punch Toad en route, so we could clear both things.
Got it.
Using those tokens.
Alright, here we go. Leadership.
Okay.
Give 2 tokens. You get 2 tokens.
I like 2 tokens.
2 heroics. And then I get a heroic, which I'm going to move first. Space station. Rescuing the civilian with my heroic.
Cool.
And then I end my turn. I'm not going to use the end of turn ability. So we are good.
Alright. I will draw a card. Yep, this is what I want. I'm going to play a move punch.
Move punch.
I'm going to start off by punching Toad, which defeats him.
Down.
That is...
Loot die.
That is... Yeah. We get a green loot for that. That clears the threat objective, because we have done 4 of those.
I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? This one.
Yeah, Toad moved and then Avalanche. Yeah. Then I have a move and a heroic action. I think I will... Excuse me. Use the... Is there a point? No. I will move. I'll move with Senator Kelly up to Mirror Island. Then I will use your heroic action to rescue 1 civilian, and I will spend one of the heroic action tokens that you gave me to rescue the other civilian.
Yes.
And so I will maintain a heroic action in hand, or a heroic action token in hand, and that clears the rescue civilians objective, so we can now deal damage to Mystique.
Punch.
And then I end my turn.
Mystique goes.
And another hero in this or adjacent location may draw a card, which is nobody.
Alright, Mystique's up. Here we go. Master Assassination moved to Senator Kelly's location. We're already there, and she bams.
Okay.
Dealing 2 damage.
So I get hit for 2. Oh, that's a bummer. I had kept that regenerating factor to draw up, but I should have done that even though I had 2 cards just to draw 1 to be safe from that. Okay, so I take 2 and I am KO'd. And when a hero is KO'd, Mystique doesn't activate her BAM. Instead, move Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise. Draw another Master Plan card and add it face down to the storyline.
So he goes to Asteroid M.
Yep.
Place Mystique on the storyline, which is okay. And
now it's your go.
Wraps things up. Alright, it's my turn. We get to move it a punch.
She has 4 health.
4 health. Ooh,
and I will get to go and draw a whole hand of cards.
Alright, here we go. We get a move and a punch. I got leadership. Give 2 punch tokens to another hero.
Oh, snap. Okay.
And then I gain a punch, unfortunately. So I'm just going to move. Just clear the board.
2.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Yeah.
Ooh, punch, punch. You go up here.
Okay.
That's my go.
All right. I stand up and draw 4 cards. Don't worry, Senator Kelly. She just sent you to Asteroid M somehow.
Yeah, you're safe up there.
Yeah, I will,
Fine.
I will go. I will use a move punch. And with your punch, my punch, and the 2 punch tokens that you just gave me,
Yes.
that is 4 damage to Mystique. Hiding in plain sight says as long as the threat's in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead, if present. That's the same for the other one. There are no henchmen in play. Mystique takes 4. She is defeat.
Defeat.
Yeah. Got her.
We're so good at this game.
Got her. There were actually not as many. I was kind of expecting more, like, beefy hit cards from Beast. And he has a lot of heroic action cards.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a double punch. Nope.
Huh.
He does not have a double punch card. Whoa. Just threw my cards across the whole thing and it
Yes.
they spun out and moved everything. Oh, good job, Cloud Art. All right. Well, we did it. Yes. It's another victory in the books for us. So we have, just Magneto left in this box, yeah?
Magneto. Yep.
All right.
And we get to choose our heroes. We've played every hero in this box, and now now that we know how they work, hopefully we can kind of estimate or guess as to what Magneto's going to do.
Yeah.
And maybe coordinate heroes that work well together.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned as we do Magneto next time. Yeah, I think that's it. So until next time, keep on gaming.
Bab out.